If one of your employees didn't do what they said they were going to do, they didn't do what you asked them to do, you'd be pretty annoyed, right? The same goes when it comes to your own goals. Why is it that you're quite happy to do everything for everyone else, or you expect everyone else to do something, but when it comes to your own goals, your own confidence, why can you not do the same thing? Why can you not stick to your word? If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Rachel and I create confident women. And at Level Up, we are on a mission to change the confidence, to totally transform the confidence of as many women as possible. And the reason I say this is because I have been there myself. I used to be a total fraud. When I first started out coaching, I would tell my clients to do one thing and I wouldn't do it myself, which leads me on to today's topic of conversation. As I said at the start, if you were to ask one of your staff members to do something and they didn't do it, you'd be pretty annoyed. However, when it comes to your own goals, you are quite happy to let yourself down. And when I say goals, I don't just mean how much weight you can lift in the gym or what you want the scales to say. What I mean is the promises that you are making to yourself, the commitments that you are not keeping. And every time you fail to keep one of those promises, you are breaking your trust. And when you break your trust, you don't have confidence. Confidence is built by doing the things you need to do, even when no one's watching, even when you don't feel like it, even when you've had a busy day at work, even when your employees have stressed you out, whatever it might be. And I know you are a woman that from the outside, you look like you've got it all together, you look like the boss bitch that you want to be, but on the inside, you are crippling because you don't actually feel confident. You're portraying this fake external confidence. Inside, you just want to hide away. That was me. And the problem is, no matter how much you try to convince yourself that you feel confident, there is always that element of doubt. Think about it the last time you stood up in front of the team meeting and you had something important to say. Now, whilst you're the one in charge, you're the one delivering this message, there was still a voice in the back of your head, a bit of self-doubt, a bit of, what the hell am I doing up here? They're not going to listen to me. That is because you are lacking confidence. That is because you have broken the promises that you keep making to yourself. Now look, it might not actually be the direct promises of the things that you are talking about in that meeting, but if you are a woman who breaks little promises that she makes to herself about things that she wants to achieve, then of course that is going to come into play when it comes to you delivering something that is important. Take yourself back to a moment where you had to stand in front of a group of people. How did you actually feel? Did you feel like you owned the room, or did you feel like you probably shouldn't have been there? Did you feel like you were just saying things in order to say things, to fill the silence, to fill the gap, to fill the void, when actually inside the constant thoughts in your head were, what are these people thinking of me? Are they judging how I look? Are they judging how I speak? You had all of these insecurities going round and round in your head. I totally hear you because that was me. I would tell clients to do something. I would tell them to follow specific nutrition protocols. I would tell them to follow the training plan I wrote, but I wasn't even doing it myself. Every time I would say to them, go and do X, Y, and Z, there was a voice in the back of my head that was going, Rach, you shouldn't be saying this because you're not leading from the front. How you lead yourself is how you lead everything else. And that means in every area. So you might be absolutely bossing it at work. Work might be going so well, hitting all the targets, the team are on fire, you are loving it, right? But if you're not taking care of yourself, that is still spilling over into work, whether you realise it or not. Imagine this. One of your staff members comes into work tomorrow. They're late. They look a mess. They've got a bacon roll in their hand and they're just strolling in as if nothing is wrong. How would you feel? There's probably some inappropriate words going through your head as well. The same goes for you when you are not following through and doing what you said you would do. Your staff members know, because I'm sure as well, you're probably the type of person that has had the conversation with them and gone, okay, this is my new diet that I'm starting today, and this is what I'm going to do. And then maybe you've become a bit of a joke in the office where they've asked, how's it going? And again, you've had to tell them that it's another diet that hasn't worked. You're not being a woman of your word. You're not doing what you need to do. And everyone else notices. So whilst, again, you might feel and appear confident on the outside, if you're not actually doing what you said you would do, if you are not sticking to the promises that you keep making to yourself, your confidence or lack of confidence is going to be diminishing every single day. And here's the other thing. When you set these goals for yourself, when you tell the people you work with that you're starting a new diet, there is clearly a desire to make a change. But the problem is you keep trying to make a change in the wrong way. Because the methods that you are using are not teaching you how to actually make a change around your demanding career, around everything else that is going on in your life. And they're also not showing you how to stop feeling guilty for putting yourself first. That's why so many women fail. That's why business women are quite happy to carry on and push through all of the tough days when it comes to work commitments, but they neglect themselves first because they don't actually know how to take care of themselves. This is exactly what we help women with here at Level Up. I am the woman that creates confident women. That's what we do. Our framework is designed to specifically help you to achieve that. So when I say all of this stuff, I'm saying it from my own personal experience and my experience of helping other women just like you. I hope this video has made you think. I hope this video has made you stop. And I hope this video has made you realise that it is time to put yourself first. I share all of my raw thoughts and feelings about this over on my email list. So if you want to find out what's really going on in my head and how you can actually overcome this and get results, make sure you're on my email list. There's a link below this video. I'll see you on the next one.